Small waving bear is here.
Small waving bear is always here early.
Good morning.
Okay, there we go. The computer did not want to log in this morning. How are we doing?
How's everybody?
My nameless entities here and says hello, friends.
Oh,
How are you?
I want to get close to this piece and I can't. Cameras. So let me move these cameras.
TRVW says hello. How's your day going?
It's going good so far.
Good morning, guys. How are you? Bethany says hello, loves. Ringers are rung and mods are here.
Thank you, Bethany.
What are we drawing today?
Well, if you guys saw, I painted Klaus on Saturday from the Umbrella, yeah, with Hemi Gouache from the Umbrella Academy, and I didn't like it, and I reworked it on Sunday morning, and I made it, I guess, more presentable. But there's a part of me that was just, I'm kind of fighting between, should I get back into gouache and try to get better? Like, you know, I didn't like it, but if I go back and start practicing a little more, I'll get better at it. But then the other part of me is going, but I'm really enjoying doing the watercolors right now too. So I thought, well, let me just do them in watercolors and just see how I feel about it. So that's what I'm doing.
Do you watch Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, I just finished the third, was it the third season?
I don't know. Would you ever draw or paint horses?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I've drawn them before, but...
Danielle says, I just watched that video.
Thank you.
This is going to be the same drawing, but watercolor.
And I flipped it.
And facing the other direction.
So here's the Hemi Gouache.
Here.
Here's the Hemi Gouache version. And I was just really battling it. I was really fighting it. And I thought, let me just do him in watercolors and ink and see if I like it better. I don't know.
Let's see. I told you stuff there too. Your artwork is so amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Do you know about a lovely shop called Hobbit?
No, I don't.
I've never heard of them. Are they local? Can you start drawing realism, please?
I did a video on realism. I did realism in high school and then got bored of it. It's a little too easy.
Let's see. Good evening. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Is Hemi Gouache good and vibrant?
It is. It is. It's just very messy, so I don't think I'll be using it again. But it is vibrant and it's fun. It's just really messy.
Scott wasn't really a fan of the messy. You would think the way he lives, he would be fond of messy.
I don't like.
Alas, no.
I don't like the chaos.
Crusty Toenails loved animal crackers.
Oh, thank you.
You are so hip and cool.
Thanks.
Love your stuff. Random Stranger is studying along with us today. Sketch looks amazing. I already love it. Life's about doing things you love. It is true. That's Carreru. What are your thoughts on the Loomis method?
I never got into it. I,
Is the Loomis method? Somebody else asked about that.
yeah, there's a book, I think it's Andrew Loomis. He was a well-known illustrator, and so he put out a book, and it was very popular, but I just never really got into it.
Gotcha. Scott, you should do something Stranger Things.
Oh, I did. There's a video on it. I did like almost the entire cast of season 3.
I really thought it was 2, but
No.
Klaus is really pretty.
Yeah.
I'm a new subscriber.
Welcome.
Denmark. Do you have any tips for still life?
No, because it doesn't keep moving, so that's good. But no, I really didn't do too much still life.
Well, you're kind of in an online class, Benny. Scott doesn't do like official online
I'm not a
classes.
teacher, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Is the hemi gouache worth it?
Well, you get 56 colors for $52, so I think the price point, it's less than $1 per. You don't need all of those colors. I mean, I only use like 12 colors with my watercolors, but that said, you do get a lot of paints.
Faux Showa. A lot of paint. Holy Catfish Batman. A lot of people are saying congrats on 700,000.
Oh, thank you.
I'm struggling with drawing my dad in a realistic way. Any tips?
Trace it. That helps. And get a good photo.
That's for Sadu. Did you hear him? Trace it, because they've now put the comment in 4 times. Any tips for drawing facial features? I think you have.
I've got different ones. I've got
Yeah,
eyes,
the art
ears,
hacks
nose,
playlist.
mouth, eyebrows. So if you go to the art hacks playlist.
How was your July 4th celebration and hi from England?
Hi. Thank you. That was good. It was good.
We were fine. Very mellow. Scott has a video on proportions. This is a zebra brush pen. Let's see. Oh my goodness gracious. Ha! There's a trick question. What is art?
I did a video on that.
Sketch looks phenomenal. Hi from South
Oh,
Africa.
thank you.
Scott's got you guys. Okay, there's like 354 of you, and people are asking the same question over and over again. So here we're gonna go with this: lips, eyes, ears, noses, all of those things. Skin tone. Check the art hacks playlist.
Here,
There
I'll
are
show you
videos
guys.
on that.
I'll show you
in
guys.
there.
So
They're
if
asking
you,
for a whole bunch of things.
that's okay. No, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
So if you go to my channel, like this, and then you go to playlists, and you go to, where's art hacks? Should be right there at the top, but of course it's not. Go to art hacks, and you'll see all of them here. What is art is one of them. Drawing with pens, but there's drawing with a projector. There's tracing. There's scanning. There is definitely ears and eyes and nose. The other thing you can do when you get to the site is I think you can search, usually. Maybe. But art hacks is definitely where everything is.
Right.
And thank you for wanting to see that stuff.
Okay. Any tips on mustaches?
No. I mean, it's you don't see a lot of mustaches, really.
Let's see. I'm traveling soon. What should I draw while I'm there?
I never know until I get there, but I would say draw the places and people and things that you see that interest you.
Scott right now is using a zebra brush pen for the line work, and yes, it is waterproof. Have you ever used charcoals?
I did in college. We used them for our figure drawing classes.
Why did you choose to draw Klaus?
I love Klaus. I just thought I just love his character, and the actor and
Okay. Scott has been drawing for you guys like since he was like 7, so way too many years to count. That's a lot of math for 9 o'clock in the morning for me.
it's like 45 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. Can you do a hair and skin tone tutorial?
I did.
They're in the Art Hacks playlist. Okay. Tell everybody who your favorite artist is, but don't say Alphonse Mucha, because that was what somebody said.
It is Alphonse Mucha and John Buscema and Drew Struzan and J.C. Leyendecker and a whole bunch more.
Small Wave Nurse's mustaches are kind of like eyebrows for your mouth.
Yep.
Which is a funny way to put it, but I love that. I have tons of new markers and I'm so excited to use them. What equipment do you use for your videos and live streams?
Just an iPhone.
With an arm attached to the side of the drawing table. It's so fun watching you draw. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Arabia, it's funny that you ask about Art Block because Scott did a video on Art Block.
I did.
Please check that out on the Art Hacks playlist. People would like other characters from Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to see, because like I'd like to do some of the other characters too, but I'm trying to see like what size I want to do them. Do I want to do them in a sketchbook, or do I want to do them just individually and sell the pieces, or what? So
several people are saying congrats on 700,000.
thank you so much.
Anime. This is a zebra brush pen. This is waterproof, and that he's using right now. We get those on jetpens.com. And I know that Steph Nerd has another kind of pen that she gets outside of the United States. So Steph, if you could tell everybody in the comments which pen you get, that would be super helpful. Let's see. If you squint at Scott's subscribers, you can see us there. So, let's see. Basically, I missed the last day of school and everyone was doing a notebook signing and they left me out of it entirely. Should I get a new notebook to sign or forget about it and move on?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you're talking to people who are in their 50s. We don't look back at our high school notebooks, but at your age, you might. I know our boys like to look back at them, at least for a little bit, right?
Yeah, for a little bit they do. Mostly one of them rather than the other one.
Yeah.
But that's up to you.
It's up to you.
If you really want to, then I would say do it. If it's on your heart.
What do the rest of you all think? Should they?
Yeah. What's your favorite ABBA song?
It's not Mamma Mia. Dancing Queen, maybe?
Let's see. Yeah, 300 and so many people today. So many of you. I tried to get you your comments. Love your watercolor pieces.
Thank you.
Luca is absolutely my favorite artist as well. Let's see. Soon you'll hit 1 million subscribers. Maybe I'm the first to congrats.
Aww.
You know, it's a little daunting for me, honestly, to think that 1 million people want to sit here and listen to me talk and watch Scott draw 4 days a week. It's really crazy. Anyway, there we are. Hi from Turkey.
Hello.
Have you read the Umbrella comics?
No, I haven't.
How much money do artists make? Would it be a good job to have?
No. It is not a profitable thing.
It has not been profitable. Scott and I have been married almost 30 years. It has never been profitable until this past year. And even then, we still have to supplement our income with other things that we do. It's not, and that's just our particular case.
Yeah.
Okay, that may not be everybody's.
It's like being an actor or a musician. You've seen people be successful at it, but then there's the other 90% of people who are not, who are struggling. And so it is not like hey, I've got into accounting and or you know, whatever, and 70-80% of those people have very high paying jobs. It's a very low chance. You're not, if you're playing the odds, it's not a very good odds that you're going to make good money. But we don't do it for the money.
No. You know, when we started out, it was something to do during quarantine for COVID. And what it's morphed into has kind of been a community, you know, where we get to be here with you guys. And so we love it that you love Scott's art. Believe me, it gives me nothing but pleasure that finally people are appreciating Scott's art, because it's been a long time coming. But we just, our biggest thing is we just like to be here with you guys. If you had to estimate how much time you spend in the Hobbit hole per week. Guys, he's either in the Hobbit hole or he's sleeping.
Maybe 10 hours a day. So 70 hours a week.
10?
Yeah.
No, it's at least 12. You're down here all the time. It's at least 12. Jet Pens is amazing. Watching from Taiwan. Wow.
Hello.
Support from Hong Kong. Woo!
Oh.
Hello from Yemen. Gosh, you guys are from all over. This is so cool. I really like it when you guys put in where you're from, because it's just really cool. Do you guys read books? Oh, I do. Scott, not so much, but I do. There are a lot of people from other countries. There are, right? Love how you draw hair. You're my inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Scott has done digital art a long time ago.
Never digital painting.
There is a wonderful mod. His name is David. He's in our Discord, and he does digital painting, and he is phenomenal. And he likes to help out and give tips. So Harper's Reborns, if you hop on the Discord, you can ask David for tips. He'll give you some digital tips. Grace recently got India ink and is wondering what kind of brush/pen to use to get the best results. Good question.
I just use my regular brush, but you can probably get yourself like a cheap brush, but a round brush, definitely.
Eleanor says, that's what I'm doing with art. I have a job, but working on my art at the same time, it's still worth it for me.
Yeah.
It's absolutely worth it. Especially if you love it. Klaus this guy is an actor, right? His name is Klaus.
He's a character.
The character is Klaus.
Klaus from the Umbrella Academy.
Okay. The closest thing to being an artist that I can do is become an architect. How can I stop losing my art supplies?
Oh, jeez.
Is somebody stealing them, or are you just leaving them places? I mean, that's, I guess, you need to corral them into a backpack or something. Oh, Small Waving Bear wants to know if there's any tea today.
I drank mine.
Yeah, Scott had 1 cup. I have, I'm on my second, working on 3. I have to come down here to do this live with at least 2 cups. So one's a to-go cup and one's in a mug, because we're always down here for like 90 minutes, and you gotta have it. Alan has been having some serious imposter syndrome lately. I feel like I'm not a real artist and I feel like a fraud. Any tips on how to handle this?
Yeah, I mean, we all do. I think I made a video on that. But yeah, I feel like that right now. I'm sitting here trying to draw something and I'm going, this hair doesn't look as good. I could have done this better. Why are these people watching me? There's so many people who are so much better than I am. You're not alone. It's just human nature. I mean, honestly, if you don't feel like an imposter, you're probably a psychopath.
Scott.
No, I'm serious. I mean, if you're like, I'm the best, something's wrong.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, guys, but there we are. Okay. Hello, Paperboy, says Chubb.
Hello, Chubb.
Oh, God. What advice do you have for someone who wants to make videos about art on YouTube?
Figure out if you're doing it for you or if you're doing it to help others. If you feel you have something that you can do to help others, fantastic. If you feel you just want to do it so you could show off your work, then make yourself happy. You got to decide who the audience is. Is it you or others?
I don't exactly follow Scott's art style, but he has inspired me to paint and embrace my art style despite me not liking it so much. That's nameless.
Oh.
You know what? You don't have to do Scott's art style. The whole point is for everybody to do art together. You put that out in the world and you just have to put it out. Debayan says, personally, I think you and Dan Povenmire would go together like bread and butter. I'd love to see a collab between you guys. You just match each other's energy and both of you remind me of each other.
Oh, Dan's a great guy. We're friends, and I did a portrait of him, and he wrote the "It Could Have Been Mine, Should Have Been Mine" song for our movie for Animal Crackers, and we're currently working on another project together. So yeah, we love it.
Dan's the real deal.
Yeah.
Dan's very sweet in person, and it's not an act. He's the real deal.
He's a genuinely, honestly wonderful person, and really he's drawn Phineas and Ferb for our boys, and he's just the nicest person. But I got into TikTok way after him, and then we kind of said, "Oh, you're on TikTok too," and he's got like 6 or 7 million followers, and so he was the one who convinced me to come over here to YouTube.
Yep. No, Scott's wife cannot draw. Stick people. She can do stick people. Let's see.
God, I just don't feel like I'm giving his hair.
Why? It looks good.
It's just it's a mess. There's no flow to it. I didn't take the time to, because I really rushed this drawing. I didn't take the time to plot out hair flow.
Reki says, I'm excited to watch the live. I'm also painting. I'm doing a watercolor painting of a beach where I live for an exchange student from Korea that's leaving today.
That's so nice of you.
Oh, that's sweet. You know what? There is nothing better than a personalized piece of art. There's nothing better. I love that. How did you decide on your preferred artistic medium? I'm afraid to venture out of my artistic comfort zone. That's shoe puff.
I think I'm kind of. I don't. If you look at there's a video that says "Watch my art grow over the last 40 years." You'll see I've gone from colored pencils. I've done pastels. I've done digital. I've done watercolor. I've done gouache. I tend to change up when I get bored, and I'm kind of going through a little bit of an identity crisis because I'm really enjoying this, and I've been at it for like 10 years, but I did the gouache, and I'm like, I could have done this so much better, and so part of me wants to go back and do the gouache better, but the other part of me is like, no, I think I found a style that I really like with the watercolor, and
you are quite fond of watercolor.
Yeah, I feel like I can express myself well with it. So, but the thing is that I did have to try different stuff. I'm sure you're much younger than me. You have time. Give yourself 100 paintings with a different medium, and see how you like it. And I think 100 paintings, they could be small little paintings, but 100 paintings will tell you if you really like it.
Don't you think that's a lot?
That's what I did.
You didn't need 100 paintings to know you hate acrylic.
No. If you hate it, if you're just like, oh my God, this is the worst, then don't do it. I'm just saying if you want to try a medium, give yourself 100.
Yeah, thank you for clarification.
And remember, it's just paper. So if you don't like it, throw them away. It's fine.
Do you have any tips on learning line art / gaining the confidence to start? And please note that today might not be the best day to ask on the question. Oh God, because he's not feeling so happy with his line art right now.
Yeah, there's a video on line art. I would look at that.
I'm a pencil artist. Can you try that for a series?
Yeah, I could. I'm doing a video right now with just a pencil and paper, and so I'll be posting that hopefully in the next week. But yeah, I could try that.
Yes, we did make the Animal Crackers movie. Guilty as charged. I want to show people on the Discord server how my old art was a monstrous pile of monsters, ugly monsters. So do it. What if you make a horrible mistake? Do you attempt to fix it or restart? From Melbourne, Bella from Melbourne, Australia. Bella needs to watch where you spilt the orange ink all over the hair journal.
Yeah, I've just completely just gone sploosh with ink. You know, like you can't pick it up, and then you work around it. The other one is I've got another video where I show you how to fix mistakes with gouache, and then I've got another video where I say, you know what, I didn't like this piece, and so I just ripped it up. So it honestly just depends on you and what your thoughts are. Can I fix it? So first, see if you have the tools to fix it. And then the other one is it worth starting over? How motivated are you? But that's really up to you. But the thing is that it is just a piece of paper. You know, everybody has to remember that the stakes are not high with art. You're not on a deadline. No one's gonna come and get you if you don't finish your piece. If you don't like it, throw it away. If you don't want to finish it, don't finish it.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the now famous Cal Arts style?
I think it's okay.
Scott edits his videos here in the Hobbit hole. I'm sorry, tell me what program again you use?
Adobe Premiere.
There you go. We do not speak any other languages. Yes, there are a lot of people here. I know I'm trying really hard to get to all the comments. If you are drawing to let go of stress or journaling to let go of stress, that is fantastic. Which reminds me, today I'm going to post in the Discord channel mental health prompts for journaling. What's your favorite Disney character?
Ooh, Tigger?
Scott's using a zebra brush pen. You've inspired me to get out of bed and work on art stuff. That's
Oh.
I was getting art block because I would only do realism. Then I watched one of your videos and I decided to try watercolors, and I've been motivated since then. That's Allison.
Oh, that's great. I really think that when you go through art block, changing styles is definitely one of the options you should consider.
Darcy Queen wants you to do a video on how to use reference.
I've got a couple videos on that in the art hacks folder.
On how to use photo reference?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do a Posca marker art for your next video?
I've been asked that quite a bit, and I don't know what Posca markers are, so I'll have to look them up.
We had a couple at one point, but I don't think you ever tried them. I think I took them to use them.
Okay.
They're very fat. I don't know if they come in skinnier tips, but the ones we had were very fat and hard to control, in my personal opinion. His hair is a mess because his hair is a mess and it matches his personality and the way he lives.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's see. Any advice for getting the love of creating back after a rough year in art college?
Oh,
Good question.
I know when I'm having problems with stuff like that, like I know this might sound like I'm repeating myself, but try changing mediums or subject matters. So if you're like, I'm a realism person and I do pencil and I do only portraits, try watercolors and more of an impressionist style and do scenery. Try a travel journal. Try, but I know that that's helped me over the years, which is why, like I said, if you look at that video, you'll see my art style change. You'll see my subjects change. My influences, I'll go from Art Nouveau, I'll go from comic books, I'll do, so.
On that note, I think some of you who are younger, who are saying that you haven't found your art style yet, I'm listening to Scott talk, and if you think about it, I mean, he's got 53 years of trying different things. So if you're watching this and listening to this and you're really young, cut yourself some slack and give yourself some time to develop that style.
Yeah.
To try different things. If you're
You don't come out of art school with a style.
no,
You know,
have to
you
try.
don't. It takes years to develop.
Mhm.
Unless you're just copying someone else's style and you decided that that's going to be your thing. I know I have a few friends who fell in love with their art teacher's style, copied it, and then just kept doing that for the rest of their life. And
Really?
yeah. But it's, I say develop your own style by copying multiple people's styles and give yourself time.
I think that's the thing. People don't give themselves as much time. Random traveler is going on a trip for a week. How did you manage to put time aside and just paint in your travel journal? Excellent question.
Here, let me take a little break and show you. This is my current travel journal, right? So you'll see, there you go. So this was October. We went to, we were driving home from California, right? We got home. I did this on location. Now we're into February. We went to the Biltmore house in North Carolina, and I was able to get maybe this drawing and maybe this one done while we were there in the hotel room. The rest of these, I did, these pages I did while we were back here. I did them on our Discord usually.
Yep.
This was done, here. I went and I did the pencils at the doctor's office. I did one of these here.
He's not kidding, you guys. He's totally serious.
I finished these maybe a month later. All of these from this one I did the pencils, and then it took me another month until I got around to doing that. Same thing here. I think I penciled and inked these in Florida, but there was 3 pages, and so I just penciled what I wanted. You can see I penciled out the Ren Fair, never got to inking it or coloring it. This one I just wrote zoo. Like I started to draw and then I was like, no, I just don't have time because we were moving so fast. So I just wrote zoo, I took photos, I'll come back to it. This one I got only this much of it done. So
does that help? Does that give you an
the
idea?
thing is that it doesn't matter if you can finish it, take the pictures. If you have the time to sit and get a piece done, great. That's a great moment.
Random Traveler says, all right, there's the answer for the travel journal.
Yeah, you just need to give yourself cut yourself some slack. You don't need to finish it. That's what cameras are for. You got cameras, take a picture, you can always do it later.
Someone wants to know what your favorite lunch meat is.
It used to be bologna, but I guess now it's probably like roast beef though. I do kind of like that barbecue chicken.
That barbecue chicken was good. Do they still have that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Yes, Scott typically does listen to music, but we can't on here because copyright issues.
Yeah, YouTube turns off the lives if it hears a copywritten song.
It will just shut them off.
So I've spoken to them about it, and I'm like, guys, just.
Yeah. How long does this take you to do when you're drawing and painting the place while physically being there?
I can probably get a drawing done in about 10-15 minutes, and then the inking probably about another 20 minutes, and then the watercolors are usually about another 20-30 minutes. So it'll usually take me a little over an hour. And so that's why if you're touring around places, you just don't have the time.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of fun to just sit and do a quick pencil sketch. And then you can always come in later and...
Okay, there's 429 of you in here right now, so a couple of housekeeping things. First of all, if the mods, the people who have the blue names with the little wrench next to them, if the mods answer your questions, please take that as though that's coming from us. They're here to help me because I cannot possibly get to all of you. I profusely apologize that I can't get to all of you. I want to, believe me, but I can't. So they are here to help me. And the second thing is, if any of you are here who have not given me an address for your Kickstarter, you should have a message for me in your email or in your Kickstarter account. Please give me your address, because there's 50 of you that still haven't gotten your hair journal prints, and I'm sad because I want to send them out to you. Any tips on how to draw things that glow or shine like a candle? And by the way, we've never had that question, so I'm pretty excited about that. So thanks, Alma, for a new question we haven't had before.
It depends on the medium. So like if you're doing something like watercolors, which are transparent, you have to kind of paint around or draw around it and then leave the bright spot. If you're doing something like acrylics or gouache, you can just do the dark spot and then come in with the lighter spot to kind of do that. What I would do to give it a glow is, say it's a bluish glow, you're gonna do kind of like just the blue, and then you're gonna come in with a lighter blue, and then smaller, a lighter blue, and then even smaller to like a white.
Okay, this is a good question. Arabia Sweetwater says, how do you find out if a pose reference is free use or something that is copyrighted? I'm never sure when I'm using them, and I don't want to infringe on anyone's copyright. So first of all, thank you for not doing that.
I did a video on that, and there are people who will give you free stock, and they will say in the description that they are free for use. Just try to credit them when you can. And then there's others that you can't get them unless you pay for them. If you're just seeing stuff on the internet, I would always assume that they're copyrighted photos. You can always do a Google search and try to find the source, and then reach out to the people and see if you could use it. But you only need to worry about copyright permissions if you're looking at selling prints. You can sell the original even without worrying about copyrights.
Yeah.
It's just prints that you have to worry about.
No, they weren't talking about selling, they were talking about giving credit and using them for their art.
Oh yeah, again, it's nice to do it, but if you can't find the author or the creator, then I would say just go ahead and say I couldn't find the creator, and if anybody knows, please tag me.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it too. Scott has a video on proportions. He's drawn so many people that he's close to that he loves, starting with me. Kickstarter for the hair journal. Okay, yes, the Kickstarter is over. Yes, we will be putting the hair journal prints up for sale in our store on our website. However, we do not have the last 4, so we are going to wait.
We're ordering them so we can have
Right.
the entire set.
We're going to have a whole set of all 20 of them, and as soon as we have all of those, everything will be up on the store, because we don't want to just put up, the ones we have now. We want to put everything up. So as soon as those are up, you will see that, and we'll mention it here when those are available. I don't think you'll ever do a digital art video, will you?
If Wacom ever gets back to me.
That's true. I got my hair journal prints a few weeks ago, and I love them. They
Oh,
did amazing
fantastic.
art. That was Erin.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you got them and they were okay. Can't wait for Scott to reach 1 million. that just kind of stresses me a little, because I'll be able to probably read even less comments.
I think maybe by the end of the year. We'll see.
It's crazy. Adar says that they're your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you. So this is so far the two next to each other. Let's see.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go get
We get those pens at jetpens.com, you guys.
Okay.
Scout says also a travel journal could just be quick sketches.
Yeah.
Be
You
whatever
don't
want
have
it
to add
be.
color to it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do I use the same stencil or do I try a different one?
Good question.
I'll try a different one. I think this one feels more hippie anyhow.
You have inspired me to become better at art. Love your work. Also, I have anxiety, and that drawing and painting helps. How do you stay so calm and relaxed? Maybe the force be with you.
I promise you, you never see me calm or relaxed. I'm not. I mean, I'm not an anxious person in nature, but
He's not an anxious person in the Hobbit hole.
yeah. But I mean, doing art online, you know, while 435 people are watching you is never not stressful.
There's a little anxious.
There's a little bit of anxiousness to it.
Just a little bit. Let's see. Yes, he did go to art school. He went to Academy of Art in San Francisco. I am a young artist at 10 years old, but I do have anger issues. Think that would affect my journey through art.
Yeah, I mean, you're 10 years old. I if you can, try to figure out your anger issues. Anger issues are just not going to help you with life. And
trust me, they don't.
Yeah.
Practical experience speaking.
Just try to find. I mean, if you're doing art and it's not making you happy, you're doing it wrong. Art should make you happy. It should. I mean, it's. I don't know of another reason to make art except to help you find peace, help you find happiness. Yeah, I think I should have probably gone with the smaller one. I don't know.
You like that one?
No, I'm saying with the smaller pen, but I just don't
Oh,
think it's
smaller
gonna.
pen.
Yeah, I think I'll just go back.
Now notice how he switched to the micron pen, you guys. Okay.
And I'm going back to this because it's already a little too late.
Do you have any advice for an artist that's been down on themselves? I couldn't afford to go to art school after receiving a scholarship for my work. I can't seem to start my projects again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's rough. I'm sorry about that.
We all go through these periods, these times. I just you don't know what's going to be on the other side. But
that's life, though. You never know what's going to be on the other side of anything in life.
But again, I mean, art for me is where I go to get away from all the crap in the world. It should be for you. You know, in other words, try to find, like, whether it's drawing something that you want or journaling or drawing the world that you want to see or the person that you want to be. But that's what I've always done. Like, I've always, drawn the superhero that I wanted to be or created my own characters, my own worlds. And I don't know, I wish you could find that for yourself. And that's what art should be helping you, not hindering you.
Guys, the mods are here, but these mods are also our friends who help us with the Discord. So if you go and ask to be included in the Discord, it's not going to happen until after the live. They are sweet and helping us, but they're not paid. So we don't do the roles and assign all that during the lives. What are the things on your arm? The men bracelets.
Oh, they're from places that I've traveled to. Utah, Valencia, Spain, and
Hawaii.
Florida. Or yeah, Hawaii, sorry. It's not Florida.
Thank you, mods, for all the help. I'm an art teacher here in the Philippines, and I've learned a lot from your videos.
Oh, thank you.
That's very kind of you. I'm not good at drawing, sketching, even painting. I was never good at making art, but you inspired me to make my own travel journal, Love from the Philippines. That's Christina.
That's great.
Christina, I am not good at art either, and I have my own travel journal. I am so excited for you. Yay! That's exciting. That makes me happy.
And remember, art is something that you can learn. It just takes a little bit of practice.
A lot for some of us. A lot of practice. Why is it called the Second Breakfast Club?
Oh, because I live in a hobbit hole. And, hobbits like second breakfast.
Eat second breakfast. There you go.
And 11 Z's.
What do you do if you mess up outlining?
I just work around it.
One of my friends wants to start a comic. How should he start, and how does he copyright characters?
Write out the story first. Get the story right, because you just don't want to start making a comic without art, without a story. Once they have that, then you don't really need to worry about copyright until you're into the publishing phase. And then from there, once you have the book published, you can send it to, what is it, the
Library of Congress.
Library of Congress.
It depends on what country you're in. If you're in the United States, it's the U.S. Copyright Office. It's $30 to copyright something, and you just upload it to their website, and you can copyright it. It's not a big deal. Now, keep in mind that what you're copywriting is just that story and those characters. So any offshoots of that, any spin-offs of that, everything has to be copywritten individually. Let's see. I thought that you said that there was no wrong way to do art, just like music. It's not always happy. I think a roller coaster of emotion is what can make art so much more. Anger and depression can inspire me.
Yes. No, again, I mean, you can use your art to help you deal with your anger. I just don't think living with anger and having that be your whole personality, and I'm not saying you're saying that, but I'm just saying, just taking it to the most extreme, I don't think having anger is in any way helpful to you on a health-wise, on your relationships or anything. So
it's not constructive.
If art can't help you deal with your anger, what's it there for?
Let's see. You've been invited to Melbourne, Australia for a birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, I don't even think if I was on a plane right now, we would reach there in time, but we would love to.
At some point, we definitely want to go to Australia, except, I don't know, those huntsman spiders, I don't know. You people got some big bugs over there. Skully Cat says, when I first started, I used a lot of templates and traced a lot. Today, I surprised myself by drawing a cat without tracing at all. I didn't realize that I could draw it so well. Practice pays off.
That's fantastic. Yay. I love hearing that.
Let's see. Watching your streams made me feel so relaxed.
Oh, thanks.
Let's see. Does it help if I draw along and make you a tiny bit less anxious? I would be too, by the way. I'm working on an Eophis and Eohippus and Mesohippus ancient horses.
Wow.
Oh, very cool. Like just after the dinosaur times.
Thank you.
You'll be happy when you'll be pleased with your art. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I mean, it is nice to be happy with a piece of art. I mean, I think that's what you're working towards. It's just the process, even. I could sit here and I could think about things, and my mind could wander, or I could listen to music. But
when he's not doing this, his mind can wander.
Yeah, but making art does make me happy.
How do you align the stencil so that it covers the full background?
Well, right now it's not, and so I just do the best I can, and then I try to line it up. So now I'm going to try to line it up. Let me do the outline of this one.
I don't get how to learn watercolor blending.
Well, blending, you're going to do...
Aditha, and Aditha says, can you please reply to this? I'm 13.
Well, hello, Aditha. Your blending you do when the water is still wet, when the watercolor is still wet on the paper. So you want to work while the watercolor is still... You don't want to dry it. I don't do blending. I like to do mine in layers, so I like to dry each layer. But if you want them to blend, just add more water.
Oh, Marguerite says Posca pens fade horribly. Well, that's no good.
Oh.
Scott, how do I convince my parents to let me go to art school? Help me.
Oh gosh.
Wow, guys, that's a...
That is a tough one because your parents probably know how hard it is
to be an artist.
Yeah.
You guys, Scott's never tried, bless you, spray paint. Academy of Art in San Francisco. And let's just, it's Devianch was the one who asked about letting the parents go to art school. You can always do art on the side. Like, you can always study something and then do art on the side.
This is his collar. I shouldn't have put that there. So.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
See, you're watching Scott mess up. In
all
real
the time.
In real time, honey. Where do you get those floral stencils?
I think I got these from Plaza Art, maybe.
Very surreal to watch you working on Klaus as I'm watching Umbrella Academy now. Just
Oh,
started season 3.
That's cool.
Okay. I've seen this with a lot of young artists, but many young artists are afraid of erasers. They see it as them failing, and I feel sad that they think that.
Yeah, that is weird.
Afraid of erasers? I would think an eraser would be your friend because it's like the undo button. If you mess up, look, it goes away.
Yeah.
I don't know, I like erasers. Erasers and correctional tape and all sorts of things that hide mistakes. I like them.
Yeah.
We are here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. And we are here Central Time and Saturday night at 7 p.m. Richard says, do we get a proper tape peel today? Well, right on.
I hope so. I hope so. All right. That was 50 minutes and we are inked, which means I have 40 minutes to paint.
Okay, Brax Nicole says, I'm trying to paint a 22 by 30 pic for my sister and I'm using carbon paper to trace the image. Do you know which eraser would work to erase the unwanted lines?
Oh, carbon paper is really hard to erase.
Yeah.
I only use that when I do gouache because the paint will cover it. You could try a magic rub eraser, but I really would not think it's going to erase very well. At least not completely.
Lagoon spent years doing art, but recently haven't drawn because I'm disappointed in my work and stopping art when that's what everyone knows me for is really making me feel guilty and weighing me down.
No.
I'm sorry. It's hard to keep going sometimes when you feel a little down on things, you know?
All right, I think I'm going to do this. I've been kind of plotting out in my head how I'm going to do this. So
What's your favorite movie besides The Princess Bride or Lord of the Rings? Really, guys? Really?
Animal crackers. Ha!
Have you ever drawn a pet rat?
I have not.
That's Amalia. She says, my 2 boys are listening to the live stream with me and would like to volunteer as references if required. That's cute.
We'll tell them thank you.
Do your boys draw? Do they do any art? Or do they just play with their pet rat? Because I'm gathering they have a pet rat. How do you know what to do with your background? Good question.
I usually don't. I'm usually figuring it out probably every single time. So for me, this is I was just sitting here going, should I do inks? Should I do watercolors? What colors? And I was like, pink and purple.
Pinkle, guys, it's a new color. It's a cross between pink and purple. It's called Pinkle. Oh God, that's funny. Rihari says huntsmans are harmless and will very quickly leave if you see them. Yes, huntsmans will also give Donna a massive heart attack if she sees
just
something
the
that's
sight
the size
of them will kill her.
Dinner plate. Oh God, you have no idea. You don't understand. Tell them how much I scream when I see something that's the size of like
blow dryer.
just, you haven't heard me scream when I see some sort of bug. It's just, oh gosh. You'd lose you. You think the blow dryer's hard on your ears? Yeah, just wait. I love to draw when I'm having bad emotions. Also love your style.
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever heard of Julia Gisela? She's another artist.
Name doesn't sound familiar.
Good morning. I'm a young artist going into high school next year and taking art electives, but I'm really anxious towards those classes because when people point out my mistakes, I get stressed. Do you have any tips?
Gosh. On one hand, there are no mistakes. On the other hand, you're going to a class to learn, and so they're trying to teach you the quote-unquote proper way of holding your pencil or whatever, and you want to listen to the teachers. So I don't know how to tell somebody to not get upset when being instructed. It is a part of learning, and I think a lot of it I've seen are people feeling that when they're being told that they're doing something wrong, is that they feel like they did something wrong. And there's a big difference between, hey, you're holding that pencil wrong and you're a bad person. And I think you have to put yourself in that learning place where you're okay with being taught. They're not saying it to be mean. They're saying it to help you. That's what they're there for. So just don't take it personally.
You've got several people saying thanks for inspiring them, and they really appreciate it.
My
Scott
pleasure.
does not speak any other languages.
I'd love to, but yeah, I don't.
Are your inks alcohol inks?
I don't know. I don't know if there's alcohol in them or anything. I know they're waterproof.
And
I'm not using inks right now. I'm just using watercolor.
let's see. Yes, these are. Richard says, "Is that a Winsor & Newton color? I want to order a tube of Pinkle."
Pinkle.
How can I get better at watercolor? That is a loaded question.
Oh yeah. Well, the answer is always practice. I mean, I didn't take any courses. I just picked it up and just did it for a few years.
Do they
And
have any courses in watercolor at your school?
yeah, I think I took a watercolor class in, like my early years. And that's where I learned about, adding salt and, wet on wet and dry, wet on dry and things like that. But I just never pursued it after that.
Gotcha. Okay. If I am currently reading a book, what am I reading? I am reading Pride and Prejudice right now for Jane Austen July. That is what I am reading. Because it is Jane Austen July, if anybody.
Donna's never read Pride and Prejudice before, so she thinks you might like it.
I never read it before. Meanwhile, she's sitting here. Look at what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my Pride and Prejudice shirt. You should do a live stream where you only do the blow dryer. You guys are so
It just sit there and just blow.
blow dry for like 50 minutes or 90 minutes or whatever. How can I get better at watercolor?
You asked that already.
I did? Okay, sorry. Sometimes when I paint with watercolor, on top of my inking, the ink will get wet and start to flow all over the page. Is it my pen that isn't waterproof, or am I doing anything weird?
Nope, your pen's just not waterproof.
All the mods are like, Donna's reading Jane Austen right now. Hello. I had to answer that one anyways, guys, because I had to get that out. Have you heard of Kaitiki art here on YouTube? She's really good at Nihonga painting, watercolor, gouache, and whatnot.
No, I haven't. I've only met a few YouTube artists so far because I don't actually. It's not, YouTube's not like TikTok where you open it up, you get a For You page and a bunch of stuff pops up and whatnot. And so I'm not really exposed to them.
Yes, Scott just used a kneaded eraser to erase the pencils underneath the inks.
Because I'm using a 4H pencil, which is it's a hard pencil, so it's easy to erase. The pencil lines are very, very light, and it doesn't like kind of get into all the grooves and everything.
Is there a way to clean the kneaded eraser? I've never seen you clean a kneaded eraser.
I've seen videos on it, but honestly, they're only like $1 something. So I just buy a few, and then whenever they go bad, I just throw it away and then get a new one.
You guys are funny. Let's see. Okay, check for in the art supply list. The zebra brush pens are the ones that are waterproof, and we get those on jet pens. And if you are outside of the country, if Steph Nerd could put the pens that you recommend in, Steph, that would be great, because Steph Nerd's out of the United States and she can't get the zebra brush pens. So she has
Which is weird because they're Japanese pens.
I don't know, honey. Some places you can't get them. We've had several people in
I know.
say they can't get them either. Okay. Scott does like video games. What are you playing right now, honey?
I'm just playing Overwatch right now. I'm waiting for the new Breath of the Wild game.
Did you do a video on skin tones?
Yes.
Okay, so for the watercolor pencils and the skin tones, check out the Art Hacks playlist. There are videos on those. I love your channel. It's what got me into watercolor. I'm not good at art, but I hope to get better.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure you will.
Have you ever tried cross-hatching? I think you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of cross-hatching in some of my pieces, but I don't use it that much.
Oh, TikTok is banned in India? Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but yeah, I love Pride and Prejudice, you guys. It's like my favorite book. I've read it like 100 times. What do you think about aliens?
I hope that they're real.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'd love, if I don't think aliens, like are going to come and destroy the planet because we're doing that ourselves.
Yeah, they don't need to do any work.
I'd love it if aliens came and helped us, Like, okay, guys, that's enough.
Yeah, you guys are funny. Some people put things in that are just like, they want you to say things, and I'm just like, yeah, not so much. Box TV sent you a tip and a little.
Thank you, Box TV.
Animal in there. A little animal kind of looks like.
You're always so kind.
We are from the USA. I want to learn watercolor, but I'm afraid it won't go well. I know I have to practice to get good, but I'm scared I won't be good at it.
Oh, you won't be.
Hey.
Just know you will not be good at it, but you will get better.
Artsy Sophie, you probably have lots on me, and I tried watercolor, and all I can do is stick people. So I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
The thing is to enjoy it. And I know, like you want it to look great the very first time you do it, but just enjoy the process. Just see what happens.
Honey, how do you recommend learning anatomy? Tips for learning anatomy?
I mean, I took anatomy classes, and but drawing people is definitely a help. There's a couple books in my resources on my website. Maybe they'll help you.
Stars says, hello, Scott. I just wanted to thank you because you always make my day with your positivity.
Oh, thank you, Stars. That's very nice of you. You just made my day.
Okay. All right, guys. You're welcome for answering the question. Have you ever tried drawing in a cartoony style before?
I have. I've drawn a lot of cartoons. I used to copy Don Martin from Mad Magazine. And I've done caricature. I love that stuff.
Scott's never been good at math, ever.
No.
Oh, God.
All right.
Were you good at math?
Our Pinkle came out pretty well, I think.
I like Pinkle. Pinkle looks nice.
Blow dryer.
struggled to draw symmetrical eyes. Would you have any recommendations to help?
Yeah, you can use a ruler, but honestly, none of my eyes are symmetrical. They never are. And I am horrible at it too. I don't think humans in general are symmetrical.
I use the Uniball pens and they work well, says Emma. TikTok is also banned in China. Really?
No, TikTok is a Chinese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey Scott, do you recommend buying the Winsor & Newton cotton and watercolor tubes? Cotton comes in tubes?
Yeah, I would assume they would. Yeah, if you're, look, if you're not on a budget and you want to learn, definitely. And if they're cheaper, fantastic. But if you are on a budget, then I think the little $25 kit is not a bad deal. But if I always recommend tubes over pans. It's just a better deal overall. But if you're gonna buy the tubes, you're gonna need to also buy like a pan like this, so you could put them in.
A palette.
Yeah.
Lucy says hi and bought their first fancy brushes, Isabey Kolinsky Sable brushes.
Wow.
Any tips to not ruin it prematurely? I'm painting with pans if it matters.
Nope.
Ah, don't ask Scott.
Donna
Don't
bought me
ask
fancy
Scott
sable
at
brushes
all.
once.
Oh, I am so ticked at him, you guys.
And
Still
I
won't
hated
use
them. Yeah,
Still won't use them.
I don't like it. I don't
Ask
like it.
Bethany Primrose. Bethany is great.
Blow
with
dryer.
brushes and everything. Bought the Winsor & Newton travel kit, and the brush is a bit small.
Yeah.
Where do you get the larger collapsible brush?
There's a link in my art resources, and I like I get them on Amazon. They're really good. They lasted me like almost a year.
I have a question for me. Donna, do you have a favorite Pride and Prejudice character? Well, obviously I love Elizabeth Bennet. However, I really like Mr. and Mrs. Gardner, her aunt and uncle, because they're the ones that, I don't know, they just seem like such awesome people, and they have a very good grasp on reality, whereas her mother does not. And I think that they open her eyes to the world in the way that it could be. I like them a lot, which is an unusual character choice, I know.
I think that's really cool.
Oh, thanks. What are your favorite types of clothes to draw?
I love dresses.
Mm-hmm. Any type of fancy dresses that have lots of folds.
Yeah.
Elizabethan era, King Arthur type of dresses, that era. Moody Sunflower says, hi Scott, I was wondering if a 200 GSM paper would be enough for a sketchbook. I'm a bit skeptical about it.
Let me take a look. I don't know my GSMs that well. Give me a sec. Let's see.
I use 160 GSM paper for fountain pen so it doesn't leak through.
Yes. The Canson XL paper that I used for years was 185, so 200 is
Oh, there you go.
definitely good enough.
Let's see.
Blow dryer.
sorry.
okay?
I like your videos and I respect you immensely as a fellow artist. But has anyone ever said you look like a cartoon grandpa? Sorry, I can't. I just can't.
Yes, yes, I've.
He's had that before, but it's kind of funny. Scott doesn't play any musical instruments. He doesn't believe in ghosts. I'm sorry. Grandpa was kind of funny. People have used micron pens and they don't work very well for waterproof.
Yeah, no, microns are good.
What watercolor paper do you use?
I use a whole bunch of different kinds.
What are you using right now?
Currently, I am using the Aquarel 100% cotton paper. That's really nice paper.
Meg Dog says, I think the blow dryer is the best hack I have ever seen. It's kind of cool, huh? Let's see, hold on 1 second. If I use cheap watercolor paper because people keep buying it from me, can I still make good art?
Yeah, I use cheap watercolor paper all the time.
Just be careful with how much you soak it. I mean, try it first. If you don't like Kolinsky, what's your favorite brush hair material? Oh God, you guys.
I use these cheap. Right now, I'm using Etcher Labs sent me theirs, which I think are Sable, and they're pretty good. But I like these cheap travel brushes. They're definitely synthetic, and they lasted me forever. I want my paintbrushes to keep a point.
Without cleaning them.
I'm not going to clean brushes.
He's not. He has drawn Castile from Supernatural. Who's your favorite Umbrella Academy character?
Oh, definitely Klaus.
Have I watched the Pride and Prejudice TV show? It's on Hulu. There's also a movie. They're really good. I don't think I've seen that. But the BBC miniseries, oh, Steph's putting it in. Yeah, that's my favorite. Like, hands down, that's my favorite. And I understand people like the Keira Knightley version, and I will tell you that the Mr. Darcy there is cute, but...
Blow dryer. I've seen hacks before, so yes, you can. Like I said, for me, they're just so cheap. I think I would rather just get a new one.
Let's see. And can I just tell Bruce, I think it's cool that people are buying you watercolor paper. I think that's really great. They obviously want you to keep painting. I think it's nice people are being supportive of you.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Dion says, Mr. Darcy, blow dryer. Yep, exactly.
That guy again.
He doesn't want to hear about Mr. Darcy again. Aren't you scared of messing up? I mean, with the blow dryer. Oh, Melly, you're so cute. Have you seen how many times he has blown watercolor across the paper and had to fix it? He gives me agita every time he does that. I use brushes for miniature painting, but my watercolors for teeny tiny details, they're really handy. Oh, you paint miniatures. That is a talent right there.
Gotta get more paint.
Talent. More paint. How many sketchbooks are you currently filling out?
I have my travel journal, and that's it. I have, you just happen to catch me.
You finished Lord of the Rings.
I finished Lord of the Rings. I finished the hair journal, and so I'm actually kind of in between.
We have the people who made the world a better place. We started that one but didn't finish it.
Yeah.
And the travel journal. And he's just, there's a bunch of sketchbooks that he's been doing stuff in, but he doesn't consider those like journals.
Blow dryer.
like to make it my wallpaper?
I will happily scan it in so anybody can make it their wallpaper. But as far as the original, I haven't decided yet. I've had a few people ask me for the gouache one, but let's see.
You know what? I haven't read any Agatha Christie, but she's on my list in my TBR. That's to be read if anybody doesn't know what that is. Let's see. I love the pop of the travel brush. You do not want to just sit here and watch paint dry, trust me. I don't want to sit here and watch paint dry. Would you consider painting 5?
Yes, yeah, definitely will.
Hoping to have this digital piece I've been working on done today. It's monochrome because I'm trying to get reacquainted with Clip Studio Paint. It's been fun getting to know the program. That's
Oh, fun.
Interesting. Stefan says, I'll house him, Scott. You guys are funny. What watercolor set would you recommend to someone new to the medium?
I have the Cotton brand on my art supply list. There's it's Winsor & Newton. It's the student version. It's $25 for a little travel case. And I think if you just want to just try it out, it's a good thing to start with. Though, you know, the set that the Supervision one, the Paul Rubens people sent me, that was really nice. But it was just a little more expensive than I think I would.
Did it have more? It had more colors though.
A lot more colors,
Yeah. But you thought the quality of that was good?
Yeah, I thought the quality of that was good.
And
yeah.
aren't we doing the light fastness test with that one?
I am, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Do you enjoy painting on a larger or smaller scale? Do you have a specific size paper that you most often use?
Yeah, I think I like working at a smaller scale. I'm normally working at 6x9 is usually a scale I feel the most comfortable with. And then, but this is 9x12 right now, just to match the size of the acrylic gouache, or the gouache piece.
Oh, this is 9x12.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm sorry. This is 6x9.
Yeah, I was like.
Yeah. Sorry, this is 6x9.
It's a little smaller. Let's see.
Blow dryer.
I did that mistake with the blow dryer. Super stoked for a tape peel. We haven't had one in so long.
Yeah, we are still.
Okay. If you had to choose a different career path, what would you choose?
Music, maybe?
Can you compare this piece to the gouache one?
I plan on it. I mean, this is the gouache one. I want to finish it first, but.
Hi, boo-boo. Hi, baby girl. Boy, she has that sleepy face. I don't know if you want the answer to this question, Stars. What tape would you recommend, honey?
Oh, I'd still recommend the professional tape, even though it betrayed me.
It betrayed you badly.
It did, but I'm still using it, obviously.
Do they sell zebra brush pens in person at any art supply stores, or is it just online?
I've never seen them. I'm not saying that there might not be a really cool art store near you that does sell them, but I've never seen them.
Can you do this drawing with Posca pens too? Just asking. You guys, I don't think he's going to try markers because the markers that Scott's seen don't have the light fastness. So they would fade over time.
I mean, I could try them just for a test for you guys at some point.
They're
I just need to.
really expensive though.
Okay, well then maybe
That-
we'll
maybe
find
we
a
could-
company
yeah.
that would want to send it to us. But yeah,
Who are you painting right now?
this is Klaus from the Umbrella Academy.
He says the tapes really did Scott wrong in the shorts.
Yeah.
Can you paint your blow dryer? I think you did.
I did, and there's going to be T-shirts with them.
We are working on those. Merch. Please tell me there's going to be stickers, because I don't really want to wear a T-shirt that says blow dryer, but I want a sticker.
No, I don't have a sticker for that. I can make one though.
We need a sticker for the. Everybody wanted a sticker. A lot of people wanted a sticker.
All right, just remind me later.
What do you do if your brushes are dirty before you use it to color, like the color green to brown? He rinses them in water every. You
Yeah.
guys, can you hear it in the background?
This sound. That's me
That's-
rinsing, so that way that way the brush is clean before I go to the next.
And you'll
Color.
see him wipe the brush on paper towel in his hand that he has.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
bring one color to another.
How do I get the proportions right?
There's a couple books that I recommend for proportions.
Do you have the Animal Crackers book close by? They want to see the Animal Crackers, what the poster looks like.
Yeah, give me a sec. There you go.
And that, my friends, is his favorite art piece that he has ever made. Our Animal Crackers movie poster. And he did it in gouache. And it took about, I think, 16 weeks, but he thinks 11. I'm probably right. Yes, the blow dryer's name is Roger Roger.
Oh, I used the purple for the shadows. Blow dryer.
Discord during the live session. I've noticed that a lot of people are in both places at the same time. I can't because it's too hard to go through the comments and everything. How do you maintain an even coat with watercolor? I keep getting parts that are too saturated or too light. Good question.
You don't. I mean, you can if you really put a lot of effort into it, but for me, I try not to. I try to let the watercolors have that kind of just like you see these like light splotches, and I did that with a paper towel, but I think that gives it its personality. And I think if you really want stuff to be really even and really perfect, and try a different medium. And I know that there's a lot of artists who are like, you know, hey, I take this watercolor and look what I could do with watercolor, and I make this realistic, photorealistic thing, but that's not really what watercolor is for. And it's like people who, you know, take crayons or dominoes and they make something look like, that's great, but again, it's more of a parlor trick than it is anything else. So I think when you're using watercolors because you want that wild unpredictability, you want that artsy kind of just those little bits of colors that don't look real.
Do you sketch out the drawing before you paint it?
I do.
You sketch it, and then you ink it.
Yeah.
And then you watercolor. I've seen the Animal Crackers movie. It's really funny.
Thank you.
High praise from RC Artist.
Thank you very much.
Love to hear that. I have seen all your videos.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a lot of videos, the Rex. KS123. The backgrounds are done with a stencil, as everyone has put in there. Guys, there's like almost 400 of you right now, and please don't spam the chat. Just put it in once. I'm doing my best to get to every comment. If I don't answer you, you can put it in again. But thank you for being patient. Scott, how do you express likeness in your artwork, even though your art style is not realistic?
I think I'm working from a photo, and what I'm trying to do is, it's a lot like what a caricaturist will do. Like if you go to like a carnival and you get someone to paint, do a caricature of you, you find the most outstanding characteristics of that person. You make sure you get that right. With Klaus, it's his eyes and his eyebrows. Those are definitely he's got these big eyebrows. And so you just want to make sure you get that right. The rest of it can be a little off. The rest of it doesn't have to be perfect. And for me, a lot of this has been trying to let some of this stuff go and not be so perfect. Just try to capture the essence of the person and not the perfect likeness. I'm trying to get away from being perfect, I guess is what I'm saying.
But honey, you're always perfect.
Oh, thank you.
At least to me you are. Rummaging Raccoon, which by the way, that's funny, I love your name. Would you, or have you ever tried to draw characters with animal features? If you have, what are your likes and dislikes?
I love anthropomorphic characters. I've got them in my movie. I've got them in the Dreamland Chronicles, my book series.
Mm-hmm. Anthropomorphic animals are cool.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't like grotesque. So, for me, I like to find the most beautiful part of an animal and a human and kind of get those things. But that's me.
That's why he draws me.
Yes.
Just saying. The different splotches add character.
I think so.
I love the way you do the hair. Copying you really helped me improve my art style.
That's great.
Yay! If somebody draws you, do they own the copyright?
Of the drawing, yeah. Not of me, but yeah, you can.
You cannot own the likeness of another person.
Yeah, the copyright of your painting.
Yes.
Your drawing.
Mm-hmm. But only your drawing.
Yeah.
Not actually Scott. For once I am drawing alongside you. I'm working on an art fight attack right now. Anyone else do art fight this month? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it, but I've never done it.
Yeah. We've heard it last live we heard it Monday, I think it was. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Monday. Somebody mentioned that. Or maybe it was Saturday night. Scott is so good at art. You guys are cute.
You're very nice.
I'm drawing a hand right now. And I sketched my hand to get the right shape. I was just wondering if you could draw hands, because in most of your drawings you don't draw hands. That's cherry pop.
There's a video on that.
He doesn't draw hands.
I avoid hands, but I did a video on how to draw hands because so many people asked, but it's not really something I enjoy.
He hates it. That's mildly. Not enjoying is mild.
Hates.
Are you going to post this art on social media?
Yeah. I think the video is going to be a comparison of the two pieces and talking about the conflict I've been going through between, should I go back to gouache? Should I do this? And yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Clock. It's 10:30. Can you try drawing one side with watercolors and one side with colored pencils? And the colored pencils should be cheap.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Blow dryer.
School and haven't made any art in about a month, but you inspired me to draw this morning. Thank you so much for that. I'm drawing Klaus alongside you.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have any specific watercolors that are good that you recommend? Winsor and Newton.
Yeah, Winsor and Newton, and I put the colors that I'm using into my art supplies list.
Saturday night, we should try one of those things on the table down here.
All right.
I think that would be fun. I'm working on a piece for my father. It is a portrait of his parents, both my grandparents, because they passed away.
Oh, that's
a
so nice of
lovely
you.
thing for you to do.
Blow dryer. All right, here's where hopefully it all comes together. Ready? Time for the outline.
How do you underline without feathering?
How do I underline without feathering? When you say feathering, are you saying that the pen is bleeding, or are you saying like?
I don't know. I don't think Scott's going to use poster paints. I mean, that's something that's been asked for, but that's not. I don't know. I have it on the list, but we'll see. Please name something in your house Pinkle.
Oh, we got the pickle.
We do have the pickle. She is a pickle. Can you do a challenge where you create an artwork using only every art material you hate?
Oh God.
Carl, why are you hurting us?
Why do you hate me so much?
Honestly, ouch, that's brutal. Oh, Jamie's here. So she says hi. Try to stay hydrated and cool on this very hot day. It's going to be ugly today, isn't it? Ugh. Did you know the term spam actually comes from a Monty Python sketch? How do you turn a mistake into art? There's a video on that.
Yeah.
Can your wife say choose your weapon and then you say blow dryer? I think that's kind of a given, guys. Everybody says your inking is gorgeous. Scott tried oils in high school. He doesn't care for them. If you have questions on oils, Bethany Primrose is your person. Alexa says, when I was painting one time, I spilt black paint on my rug. My dad got so mad. After he had a few minutes to calm down, he said, I don't want you to stop being creative, just be more careful. And that's when Dad bought you a tarp to put underneath where you're painting. And that's when you go and hug your dad because your dad wants you to keep being creative, which is fantastic.
That's a good dad.
Yes. People want you to do a video about making a portrait.
I do have one, and it's got Santa in it.
Oh, that's right. Our mods are friends of ours. That is why they are mods, because they know us and they can answer the questions. So that's why they are mods. Did you ever try Figma graphic pens?
I don't think so.
You guys, he's tried so many pens.
I just don't remember the ones I didn't use.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
why
blow dryer. Oh wait, what are you supposed to say? Choose your weapon.
Choose your weapon.
Blow dryer.
Masterpiece with Crayola colored pencils?
No. Though technically, I've never made a masterpiece, so I mean.
Yeah. Oh. I'm unable to sketch properly. What should I do?
Well, what's properly? Just so I understand.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Ahmood started drawing 10 days ago and would like you to give them some tips.
Keep drawing. You're doing great.
Oh, honey, they're trying to kill you. They want you to draw hands with every material that you hate. They're trying to kill you. I mean, honest to goodness, I don't know. Bethany says, I'm the oil representative here. Yes, you are. Because you know Scott's not going to do it. And Bethany does have some YouTube videos and some TikToks where she has painted with oils. So you guys should check those out. Just ignore her putting the paintbrush in her mouth because
yeah, that's bad.
That's bad. We don't do that. We don't put art supplies in our mouth. You should do a color challenge, having a theme to each portrait with a color. We're not going to verify anything in the Discord until after the live because the mods are here with us and they also moderate our Discord. So, is Scott a wizard? Because that's magic on that paper.
Oh,
That's
thank
cute.
you.
Can you try customizing an entire house? Wow, you guys. I've always felt very not artistic, but lately I want to start painting. What do you suggest are amazing starting points?
I would suggest this. I know a lot of you want to get into painting, but you've never drawn. You have to learn to draw first. Unless you want to just do a paint by numbers, which is totally fine. Otherwise, draw first. Just get a paper and pencil and just draw.
Christina likes that your work always tells a story. Aside from being a good artist, you're also a great storyteller.
Oh, thank you
And
very
that
much.
is probably one of his favorite things to hear. There you go. Amy says, I'm sorry if this has already been answered, but do you have any thoughts and tips on working with Bristol paper if you have experience with it, that is?
I do. I used to use Bristol paper for my colored pencil work.
Bristol board.
I like it. I really like it. I don't have any tips on it other than it's a useful tool.
Oh, Raisa says, hi Scott, I was struggling with my own art after I heard your advice that there's no right or wrong way to do art, and it really changed my practice and made me improve, so thank you so much.
Oh, I love to hear that. Thank you, Ray.
Do you have a top 5 or a favorite painting?
Of other people's? Yeah, Spring by Sir Lawrence Alma-Tadema. Beautiful piece.
How do you know when the paint is dry when using the blow dryer? Is it just visual?
Yeah, you can see when the shine goes away because it's not wet anymore. Blow dryer. All right, I am going to give a little bit.
Do you have any tips on choosing a color palette, warm versus cool characters?
Color palette, warm versus cool character.
Was that white pen also the Uniball Signo pen?
Yes.
Okay, great. There you go.
No. I'm sorry, I don't. I wish I could say yes. I have nothing that's coming to mind right now.
They're answering questions now with each other. Donna can't draw. You are 100% correct. Donna cannot draw. Donna has tried, but Donna cannot draw. Bruce says, your calmness and general supportiveness of different techniques has gotten me back into art. I'm not quite amazing yet as my amount of practice is lacking, but you've helped me carry on.
Oh, that's so kind of you to say so. Thank you for telling me.
You guys just draw or paint every single day. Give yourself some time to do what you love.
Drawing comes first, everybody.
Yeah.
Draw, and then when you're comfortable with what you're drawing and you're ready to start painting, then we could talk about painting. But a lot of you have never drawn before, and you're gonna not like what you paint because you didn't like what you drew. And so you'll spend a lot of time trying to fix it in the painting, and the whole point is to get the drawing right first.
Scott has a video on finding your art style. We went to musicals because of our son. And do you have a favorite one?
No. I mean, Grease was my favorite growing up.
Will you ever do a dark, negative themed painting?
I don't know. I mean, I've tried a couple times to do something a little bit more darker, a little bit. Not really my thing.
Scott's not yeah, he's not a dark kind of guy. Any tips on selling art and selling it and donating the profit? That's a very nice thing to do.
Yeah. You're gonna have to think about where people are gonna see it. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, I think, finding your audience.
Blow dryer. I think a couple colored pencils and I'm done.
He uses Prismacolor color pencils. Those are the ones Purple Dino bought the Winsor Newton student watercolors you tried out. They arrive tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh, I hope you like them.
And Ashwarya wants to know, how do you know when to stop? I always fear overdoing things and messing up.
For me,
call that noodling here in the Hobbit hole.
For me, it's a time limit. Give yourself a time limit. Like I have to finish in 90 minutes. We've been on for 102 minutes, so I know I've got to stop. And that's it. You just give yourself a time limit.
Not that Scott adheres to the time limit he gives himself, but we try.
I'm pretty good about it.
We try. I kind of want to see Donna pick your art supplies and paint something of her choosing. Oh, you know what it would be, you guys. You know what it would be. You absolutely know what I would have him paint. Have you done monochromatic paintings?
I have. We had to do that in college. Not really my thing, but it's a good exercise.
Oh, Spicy Idiot just got their travel watercolor kit. Yay!
Oh, nice.
Cry and Chroma says, just draw because muscle memory plays a part in learning.
Yeah.
I drew my garden based on your art style and it didn't go well. You have my respect.
Give it another shot. It takes a while.
How do you move from drawing to painting into other mediums?
That just takes time. You know, you really need to be kind to yourself. You got to be patient with yourself because, like right now, I'm doing this because I was unhappy because I did the Hemi gouache and I had not painted in gouache in a very long time and I felt rusty and I felt, gosh, should I go back and practice gouache again? But I'm really enjoying watercolors. What should I do? And here we are, you know, we all go through that. Just give yourself the time to not be good at something until you're good at it.
Do you put, what setting do you put the blow dryer on? Is it just on the highest?
The highest, hottest setting I can. So all that's happening is I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the tape peel. Oh, I forgot to do this. Okay, I'm ready for the tape peel. Oh, I forgot to do that.
I need to see the dog on tape peel.
Okay. Blow dryer. Here we go.
The mods are not bots. They are humans. And yes, very caffeinated humans, but we love them because they're our friends. Do you think you'll go famous or world famous, honey?
All right, another perfect tape peel.
That was close.
Because I wasn't doing a video on tape peels.
Correct.
All right. So the question is,
wow, why is that one so much bigger than the other one?
because I painted it bigger. This was 9 by 12. This was 6 by 9. It's twice as big.
Oh, is it the same paper?
No, this was hot press. This is cold press.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Emma, you are not alone. I need more tea as well.
So I feel more confident doing this. This was a lot of fun. I missed this. I've just got to I got to come to terms with it.
There's a richness to the gouache.
Yeah, of course.
There's a richness to the colors and the skin tones too.
I love the brush strokes and the looseness of it.
Duck says, personally, I like the Hemi one better.
Yeah.
Wishtail says, I definitely prefer the watercolor. Do you see though? You guys, it's subjective.
Yeah.
See? So when somebody tells you they don't like something that you drew, two paintings that Scott drew, two totally different mediums, and some of you love the watercolor and some of you love the gouache. There you go. Subjective. Doesn't make one bad and one good, it's just subjective.
Interesting thing. I'll put together a video on it today. And
it sure is different though. The what you get out of the painting with gouache is completely different than what you get with watercolor.
yeah, the techniques are two different techniques, two different styles.
Crazy, right? Screaming Fart says, I like them both and there's an obvious difference between them. Yeah. Zebra brush pen. Lenore, zebra brush pen. That's the black pen that he uses. Stop noodling, honey. It's time to stop noodling.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful
Stephen
Wednesday.
says, sign them before you scan them.
Sign them before I scan them? Okay,
Yes.
all right. I already scanned this one, though. But yes, I'll try. I haven't been signing my pieces lately.
I don't know why you're doing that to me. You're killing me slowly. Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Thank you all for hanging out with us. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you from Klaus and Klaus. And
And all of us.
and all of us. We will see you on Friday.
Yeah,
Have a wonderful day.
same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks, everybody.